Okay, guys, now that the gun market is starting to level out, you're starting to see ammo and mags and firearms on the shelves again, I think it's a good idea to stock up on high cap and super high cap magazines if possible. If you have the money and you see them, get them. Remember, I was saying that if Obama was reelected, he would try to step all over the Second Amendment. Within hours of winning, he's already pushing for the UN Small Arms Treaty, which would restrict unapproved firearms and non-state actors. That means us. You would think that somebody who is a constitutional lawyer would know that the Second Amendment has nothing to do with duck or deer hunting, and everything to do with the founding fathers who fought against a king. They won freedom from a king who tried to embargo ball and powder as a way to disarm the colonials, so they couldn't fight back. And they never wanted us to be disarmed, so we could always fight back if it came to it, which I'm not advocating, but that is the purpose of the Second Amendment. Another thing, you'd figure that a constitutional lawyer would know that wiretapping is unconstitutional, that indefinite detention and drone striking without a trial, without due process, violates the Fourth Amendment. I recommend you buy these magazines when you can, when you see them. Look at the poor guys out there in Cali. 10-round limit. And New York, hell, they implemented the 7-round limit. I guess the guys that made that law have 1911s or something. I'm sure there's plenty of higher capacity magazines floating around in these restricted areas. However, the ones that are floating around, I believe, were purchased before these bans. If you know what I'm saying. Buy these magazines now. Hell, keep them in the package if you want to. But just buy them. Put them aside. Especially quality magazines. That's money in the bank right there if you ever need it. But remember, the purpose of the Second Amendment is for the security of a free state. Free, not a police state. They can't tell you what to do if you got one of these. If we all have these. The Weapons Act of 1935 made it illegal for Jews and Gypsies to have firearms. They weren't classified as citizens. For citizens, you could get firearms more easily. However, they were not citizens. Had the Jews had firearms, do you think they could have easily been rounded up and sent off to incinerators and gas chambers? I don't think so. Hitler had said, as part of the Weapons Act of 1935, and look it up if you don't believe me, said that, I'm going to try to get the quote right, but I don't know if I have it exactly, but pretty damn close. It was, they needed to do it to make the police more efficient, the streets safer, and we'd lead the world into a new era of greatness. And he surrounded himself with children. The same children that will be put into gas chambers and incinerators later. Because they were disarmed. Don't give up on the Second Amendment. When you give up your rights, you're not going to get them back. Anyway, you guys have a good one.